We have seen the theory behind the man in the middle in the previous lecture. Now let's see the man in the middle attack in the action. So first of all, you'll just open the terminal and let me just resize it. Now this man in the middle framework does not come pre-installed on the Kali Linux. That means you have to install it manually. But before that, we have so much of package. We can also do this ARP spoofing. So basically what happens is we're just spoofing the MAC addresses of the client to our MAC addresses, and we have seen that in the basic section or a theory section how man in the middle work. But you can see this technique is called the ARP spoofing. So you can also do this technique using the ARP spoofing, which is normal technique, and next is using the man in the middle framework. So ARP spoofing can be done without installing any package, but if you want to use man in the middle framework, which contains so much of payload, you can run after you just perform the ARP spoofing. So we'll just see that the framework over here, which is the man in the middle framework. So before that, you have to install that. So first of all, let's update all of our sources. So let me say apt-get update. Now this is going to take some time, and obviously I had not updated my sources, so let's give some time. So let me just pause for a moment. Let me just wait for some moment. So let me just pause it over here, and I'll just get back to you after we just update it. So I have already updated. So next thing is to install that package. So it is done with apt-get install. Okay, I just left yen over there. So apt-get install, and the framework is man in the middle framework. So if I hit enter, so make sure that before it you have to just update your package, and it is showing me that man in the middle framework is already the newest version. I have already installed man in the middle framework, but in your case it will just install, it will just upgrade some of the packages, and you will do something that is saying that man in the middle framework has installed on your machine and you are good to go. So we have already seen how this man in the middle framework works on the theory. Let's see how this works on this Kali machine. So the basic theory over here is we'll just make changes on the client machine MAC addresses. So we're just doing is ARP spoofing. We are just changing the MAC addresses of client to that MAC addresses of Kali machine, so that every packages that is sent or request from that client to the router is done from us, which is from the Kali machine. So let's go over here. So we are just here, and let me just clear here. Now let's use that man in the middle framework, which is this man in the middle framework, and first of all it is the ARP spoofing. So I'm just saying it is ARP spoof, and the next is gateway. So gateway is first subnet of your network. So let me just open the new terminal, and if I say ifconfig, this is going to give us the information of IP address. So first subnet in this network is gateway. So that means 192.168.1. So I have told you that first subnet. So first subnet is 1. So this is your gateway. So next thing what you need to add is your targets. So I'll just say target. So if you don't add this target, it is going to just ARP spoof on every machine that is connected to the network. So we want that the target should be specific. That means we are only targeting to one machine, and in my case it will be this machine, which is this window machine. So in this window machine I am just doing that is ifconfig, ipconfig, not if, it is ipconfig, and you see this is the IP address of this window machine, which is 192.168.1.14. 2.168.1.14. so it is the IP address, which is the target. So next thing is the interface, and the interface here is WLAN 0, which is my network card. So now it is the command that we are going to run, which is the Arp Spoof Command with this man in the middle framework, and we just passed here gateway, which is the first subnet of this network. Next is the target. We want to just target this window machine over here, and the interface is WLAN 0. So let me just hit enter now, and now our man in the middle framework is up and running. Now let's go over here and let me show you that this ether is the MAC addresses of our Kali machine. So you could see right here, if I just press ifconfig, it is going to give us the MAC addresses of this Kali machine. Let's go to our window machine now. So this is my window machine. So what am I going to do in the here is I want to list that is ARP table. So in order to list that, we have this ARPA command, which is for all, and if I hit enter, now it was something before that the MAC addresses was something different. But now if you clearly see in this internet SS, which is our interface, this is showing that the MAC address is right here. So you could see the interface had changed the IP addresses and it had changed this MAC addresses right here. If you see with this ARP table that the MAC addresses, this MAC addresses is not the original MAC addresses of this Windows, but this MAC address is the MAC address of Kali. So let's go over here and let's see right here, and let me just open the command prompt. Then you could compare, this is the MAC addresses which is right here. So we are successfully changing the MAC addresses which is of this Windows machine to the MAC addresses of this Kali machine. That means anything that is passed or packet, basically we have already told in the from the previous lecture that packet is sent from the source MAC address to the destination MAC address. So we are now saying that send that packet to us, not directly to the client. We're saying that send that packet to us first. We'll just analyze that packet and we'll just send to the client, because now we're just doing is ARP spoofing. We're changing our MAC addresses of this window to our window, that basically to our Kali machine. That means packet will be sent through us so that we can analyze every packet. So now anything you serve on that window machine will have the information printed right here. Let's see if this works or not. So I'm just using Firefox in my window machine. So first of all, I'll just use the some website. So let's open this. And this is my website. So let's go back to this machine, which is our Kali machine. You could see the information that is printed right here. So it is surfing Trans Nepal, which is obviously correct because I have just searched over here. And this is the information that we just printed. If I say the username, maybe Sachin, and the password is also Sachin, then let's log in. And let's go back to our Kali machine and let's see if this captures anything. So it has not captured anything, and that is because we are not going anywhere from this site. So if we just redirect to any site, that means it has some problem with this link. So let's test for next website. So let's test for this website, which is the test website. So if I just search here something like arts, and if I just press go, let's go back to our Kali machine, and you could see now we have this post data right here, and the post data is for this website, and we have searched for the arts, which is perfectly correct because we were searching, we were writing something over there. So let's search for another site. Let's go, or basically we'll just go to the sign up, and let's see here the username. Let me say, okay, Sachin is my username, and I want to give the password also Sachin. And now let's log in this. Then let's go back to our Kali machine, and let's see over here that it has again the post data with this website, and the username is Sachin and the password is also Sachin. So we are successfully capturing the data. But if you see, it is not the website for the HTTPS, it is only for this HTTP. So there is no encryption whatsoever in this website. So let's test this for maybe Google, and let's search for something, maybe let's say I want to search for cricket or something like that, and go over here, and you could see nothing right here. You won't get anything that is with this HTTPS connection, or basically you can see that is locked icon over here. It is showing us it is a secured connection, and obviously this is the secured connection, and we didn't get any information that is with this HTTPS over here. But we'll see how to just crack this, and we'll just use the SSL strip command and something like that in the upcoming lecture, and we'll just see how man in the middle framework gives us a tool that can be inject on the client and do multiple stuff. So that will be covered in the upcoming lecture. See you in the next one.